Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at the Fall Turf Festival at Gulfstream Park West. We have 10 races on our Thursday card. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, turf course firm, a first race, a 1 mile event. It's a starter optional claimer, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 7, Gabby with a G.
And they're up. Panoffer was off awkwardly. From the center, Capriccio Blue is sent out of there by Prado to try to get the lead from Divining, who comes away racing in second. Up on the outside, Hot Coffee is away in early third. Wild Kira to the inside, Big Hope to the outside, 2.5 lengths better than the team at the back, Sweet Irish Rose and Panoffer. Dropping over from an inside post, or from a middle post position, the leader is the favorite, Capriccio Blue, by a neck, trying to back down the early speed. Dividing tips off the fence to re-rally from second in the early stages, and they're a length and 3/4 better than Hot Coffee, who sits a good spot third. Wild Kira is down inside while fourth and about 3 lengths behind, a length better than Big Hope, who's 2.5 in front of Panoffer, and Sweet Irish Rose is the trailer after the opening quarter that went in a very slow 25-4. With the lead, Divining now crosses over and leads by 2, so Capriccio Blue will come off the fence to re-rally. 3 wide is Hot Coffee from Wild Kira, who races 4th. Big Hope is 5th within 5 of the top, a neck better than Panoffer, who's a bit closer now, and trailing the field is Sweet Irish Rose. Half mile, 50-2, 5/16 to go. With the lead, it's Divining by a half a length. Here's Capriccio Blue working harder but coming on second. Hot Coffee's under a scrub to gain into it. She's third within 2.5 of the lead. From the backfield, Sweet Irish Rose circles up. She's 5 wide but coming on at a big price, and they're at the top of the stretch. Capriccio Blue's up for a short lead. Hot Coffee takes a run out her second. Sweet Irish Rose continues to move well from third with 1/8 of a mile to go. Prado goes to work on Capriccio Blue. She's 2 on top. Hot Coffee continues to chip away under John Delgado. Hot Coffee now starts to find some momentum. 16th pole. Hot Coffee coming after the favorite Capriccio Blue, and she's got her. Hot Coffee in time. Capriccio Blue second from Sweet Irish Rose third, and Wild Kira was fourth in 1:42-2.
Number 6, Hot Coffee closes to win. It pays $8.60, owned by Aventurin Stable and Michael Edwards, trained by Peter Walder, ridden to victory today by John Delgado. Second race, 5 furlongs on the turf. This is a starter optional claimer, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the main track only. Number 9, Dreaming of Nino.
And they're up. Good start toward the inside for Mongolian Saturday, who's reaching out to take the lead. Console, who's showing speed from down toward the inside. They're 2.5 lengths better than Trev, who comes away racing third. Texas Rustler is now fourth, a half length better than Songa. It's a stretch of another 5 lengths to It's Time to Laugh with County Gun on the outside, and trailing the field is Lucky Rascal. They speed past the half and kick to the far turn. Mongolian Saturday puts away Console, but now has to deal with Trev on the outside. Console is scrubbed upon while third to the outside Songa, toward the inside Texas Rustler. 7 lengths back to It's Time to Laugh, and on the outside Lucky Rascal, and they're at the top of the stretch. Mongolian Saturday sharp cuts the corner and opens up by 4. Trev is second toward the inside. Console toward the outside. It's Songa, then it's Texas Rustler with 1/8 of a mile to go. Boca Chica goes to work on Mongolian Saturday, and he gives him plenty. It's Mongolian Saturday in from Chicago and right to the winner's circle. He'll win it by 3.5. Console second in front of Songa third and Trev fourth.
Number 2, Mongolian Saturday wins it. Verona's Mongolian Stable, trained by Enbish Gabnat and ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica. We're going to take a short break. Be back for the third in just a couple of moments.
Point of Entry's taken the lead. Point of Entry has defeated Animal Kingdom by a length and a half.
Real Solution continues to attack on the outside. A wild finish coming here, and Point of Entry, oh, the classy Point of Entry would not be denied.
Point of Entry, a 5-time Grade 1 winner by Sire of Sires Dynaformer. New for 2014 at Adena Springs.
Watch world-class horse racing while dining on scrumptious world-class cuisine. Gulfstream Park features one of South Florida's most popular culinary destinations in Ten Palms. Located on the 2nd floor of the clubhouse, Ten Palms features creative American dishes and daily specials overlooking beautiful Gulfstream Park. Enjoy delicious seafood and the finest in organic beef, whimsical desserts, and daily food and drink specials, all while taking in a breathtaking view of world-class racing. For a delicious afternoon of mouth-watering culinary delights, come to Gulfstream Park.
Welcome back to third race, 7 furlongs. These are claimers 3-year-olds and upward. Claiming price is $8,000.
And they're up. Level beginning. From the center, Corinthian Spire begins nicely. Giacomo the Great moves to challenge, and here's Glotone from down toward the inside. Toward the outside, Noack comes away in the top flight today. The pace is slow early. They leave the 7 furlong chute and hook up with the main track, and Giacomo the Great leads it by a length and a quarter. Racing second is Corinthian Spire, well tipped off the fence by Arterburn. Whiskey Tap allowed to settle into stride third and 2 behind. Noack is still much closer today while racing fourth, a length and a half better than Glotone. Then Defend second last, and Motine is last of all as they go to the half-mile pole. They pass the half-mile pole after the opening quarter went in 23 seconds flat, and the leader is Giacomo the Great by almost 2. Corinthian Spire is on the chase while second from Whiskey Tap, spotted 2.5 behind third. It's a stretch of 3.5 to Glotone and Noack with Defend between horses, and still trailing is Motine. Now the pace quickens with 5/16 to go, and there goes Whiskey Tap onto the front and leading by a length and a quarter. Corinthian Spire could not stay with him right now. Toward the outside, Noack is swung into action by Santiago Gonzalez. Glotone is behind them, and they're at the top of the stretch. Whiskey Tap is in front. Noack continues to run at the leader well second. Toward the inside, Corinthian Spire battles back. Then from the far outside, Motine begins to roll. 1/8 of a mile to go. Whiskey Tap is tenacious. Noack not pressing past yet. Motine is rolling. Motine might be going best of all. He's running out of time. Whiskey Tap digging. Whiskey Tap holding. Whiskey Tap wins. Close second, Corinthian Spire or Motine, and Noack flattened out to be fourth in 1:25.3.
Number 5, Whiskey Tap, the favorite, scores for Amity Racing Stables Incorporated, trained by Sandino Hernandez Jr. and ridden to victory today by Ramsey Zimmerman. Fourth race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. Scratch the number 6, River Congaree.
And they're up. Level beginning. Toward the inside, Mr. Algebra begins nicely. In the center, So Cozy moves to challenge. Toward the outside, Cat Duel is showing speed today. And in between horses, Forest Friends as they link up with the main course. It's Mr. Algebra and Abdiel Hayyan who work to the lead. So Cozy is second from the outside. Cat Duel is third with the controlled early pace in the early stages. Dragon Tail is racing fourth. Followed by Forest Friends with Tell It Like It Is Coach and 7-10 Split at the back of the pack as they head into the clubhouse turn. Mr. Algebra getting things his own way here. Leads it 3 parts of a length. So Cozy takes it to him now. They start to quicken a bit. They're 3 lengths better than Cat Duel third. Toward the inside and racing fourth is Forest Friends. Dragon Tail to his outside. Second last on the outside is 7-10 Split, and Tell It Like It Is Coach is last after the opening quarter went in 24-4. The top 2 in the betting are the top 2 right now. So Cozy in the 2 path. Mr. Algebra the heavy hitter on the inside. They're 5 lengths better than Cat Duel. Dragon Tail is racing on a long rein from fourth, about 6 behind. It's a stretch of another 2.5 lengths back to an improving 7-10 Split. Then to the inside, Forest Friends is second last and trailing the field while asked to quicken. Tell It Like It Is Coach. Less than half a mile to kick. They went through the half mile in 49-4. So Cozy crossed over to the inside and leads by a length and a half. Mr. Algebra is asked to rebid by Hayyan in second. These top 2 are still 5 lengths better than Cat Duel. And to the inside, it's Dragon Tail, and they're at the top of the stretch. Mr. Algebra getting up on even terms now with So Cozy, and Hayyan shakes him up for the drive, and he leads by a neck. Trying to battle back is So Cozy second, 7 lengths back to Dragon Tail. Then to the inside, 7-10 Split and Cat Duel between them, but Mr. Algebra's gone. Mr. Algebra odds on for good reason. He wins and wins easy by 5 or 6. Mr. Algebra with the winning equation. Second, So Cozy in front of 7-10 Split third, and Dragon Tail finished fourth in 1:43.4.
Number 1, Mr. Algebra proves much the best, just cruises to victory, owned by Jennifer Harris, trained by Jorge Navarro, and ridden to victory today by Abdiel Hayyan. The 5th race, 1 mile on the turf. These are 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch number 2, Copa del Rey. The jockey on the 3 is Josie Gomez.
6. They're all in line. And they're up. From the inside, Supreme Privilege begins nicely alongside Marfialato, who will go with the early pace setter, and racing third is Perfect Polar. City Mud comes away in the top flight. He's a little bit tight down inside. Then from the outside, that's Chevron Light in between horses and trying to move closer. Super Summation. McCarran's on the outside, and Ludicrous Speed is last, but he's only about 5 lengths off the speed as it's a very slow early pace. At 20-1, Marfialato works clear by a half a length from Supreme Privilege, who's down to the inside for Gomez, and to the outside, Chevron Light is 3 wide. City Mud rates behind the speed from fourth for David Baracco, a neck better than Perfect Polar. Then to the outside, McCarran, Ludicrous Speed is out of last, and Super Summation is last, and the opening quarter went in 26-4. They approach the half-mile pole, no pace on at all. With the lead, it's Marfialato by a neck. Toward the inside, Supreme Privilege tries to keep his spot. Chevron Light will quicken the cadence 3 wide. Trying to work off the fence now. City Mud's in a bit of a pocket. Ludicrous Speed gets around Perfect Polar with Super Summation, and McCarran is last, but he's only 5 lengths behind. This will be a 5/16 dash to the wire. The half-mile in 52-1. They move now past the 5/16. It's Marfialato who still has the lead. Supreme Privilege is asked to quicken second. Chevron Light is now third from behind. Now here comes Perfect Polar, well 4 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 17-2, and they're at the top of the stretch. Marfialato continues to find up top for Manuel Moline. He has the lead by 2. Supreme Privilege working off the fence to try to re-rally second. Down the outside and Perfect Polar third. It's Marfialato in front. Supreme Privilege trying to get to him late. Marfialato, Supreme Privilege is surging. Photo finish. A bob of the noses, Marfialato on the inside, Supreme Privilege on the outside in 144 flat.
Number 4, Marfialato crosses the wire first, but is disqualified and placed second. Put up the first was number 3, Supreme Privilege, owned by Roth LLC, trained by Gennady Dorochenko, and ridden to victory today by Josie Gomez. We'll take a short break. Be back for the 6th in about a minute.
A love of horses and a commitment to excellence have come together in the heart of Florida's Marion County. Owned by lifelong horseman Benjamin Leon Jr., Basilou Stables has assembled top-notch thoroughbreds, breeding and racing the champions of today and tomorrow. Breeders' Cup winner Royal Delta has thrilled the racing world with back-to-back wins in the Ladies' Classic. As a multi-year sponsor of the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby, Basilou Stables is a proud sponsor of Gulfstream Park.
Welcome back. 6th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. An allowance optional claim of 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 4, Love Rules All. Also scratch all the main track onlys, number 9 down to number 13.
And they're up. Toward the inside, Just Fooling Around begins nicely in the center. Heiko moves to challenge, and War Classic moves up on the outside. Shock Leader comes away racing in 4th. Then it's Baltazar to the outside, Tail of the Heart, and last of all, El Jefe Grande. They leave the chute now, and they're chasing the speed of Heiko. Leads it under Edgar Zayas, 3/4 of a length. On the outside, War Classic is a joint second. To the inside, Shock Leader backs off for Paco Lopez, racing third, 2.5 off the lead. Then to the rail, it's Just Fooling Around, a neck better than Baltazar. Tail of the Heart is out wide, and still trailing El Jefe Grande. It's a controlled early pace here after the opening quarter went in 23-1. They straighten out for their journey up the backstretch. It's Heiko in front by a length and 3/4. War Classic and Ramsey Zimmerman stalk the pace setter second. Toward the inside, Shock Leader is on a long rein from Lopez, racing third within 2.5 of the lead. Baltazar has improved the spot in front of Just Fooling Around. El Jefe Grande rides the inside for Chamafi, second last, and Tail of the Heart is last after a half mile and a testing 46-4. Pace to chase here as they kick to the far turn. Heiko's been under restraint the whole way, but he's setting a fast pace. He leads by 2 over Shock Leader, who races in second. War Classic is now third to the outside, Baltazar. El Jefe Grande's had a nice flow today. He's racing 5th with an inside journey in front of Just Fooling Around and Tail of the Heart, and they're at the top of the stretch. With the lead, it's Heiko by 3/4 and 110-3. He has the lead with El Jefe Grande coming up the inside lane. Shock Leader to the outside, and Shock Leader's coming after the leader, and El Jefe Grande up the inside lane. Heiko's in front, but El Jefe Grande rides the rail to victory. It's El Jefe Grande, perfectly handled by Jover Chamafi and moving away by almost 2. Heiko second, Shock Leader third in front of Just Fooling Around fourth, then Baltazar in 141 flat.
Number 2, El Jefe Grande slips through on the inside. What a nice ride by jockey Gilbert Chamafi, owned by William McCarty, trained by Dave Forks. The horse pays $12 to win. Seventh race, 7 furlongs. These are 3-year-olds and up which have never won 2 races. Scratch the morning line favorite, number 5, Shining Powers.
And they're off. Crown Distinction from the outside is away alertly. There goes Air Landon quickly up the challenge, and Air Landon puts ahead in front. Wildcat Pleasures moves with him in the early stages, and now Wildcat Pleasures emerges on top as they run out of the chute. Air Landon taken in hand by Valdivia to be second, 2.5 in front of One Night Anthony, who's away racing in third. He's a length better than British Glory, who's a length and a half in front of Green Diamond Cat. Then it's Crown Distinction, and it's a stretch of another 7 to the 2 trailers. World Changer and a Fleet Accompli both far back in the early stages after the opening quarter went in a robust 22 seconds flat. Less than half a mile to go. Wildcat Pleasures and Orlando Boca Chica blaze the trail out here. They lead it by a length and a quarter from Air Landon, who stalks the pace setter second. It's a gap of 3 to One Night Anthony in third. To the outside, fourth is British Glory. Trying to move up from the backfield. Here's a run from Crown Distinction, getting around Green Diamond Cat, and still nothing from a Fleet Accompli and World Changer, and there's 5/16 to go. The whip is out on Wildcat Pleasures, but he's 4 on top. Crown Distinction coming up the inside now. He's coming on second. A One Night Anthony is third, and Green Diamond Cat is fourth, and they're into the stretch. Through by a half and 45-1, and the leader is still Wildcat Pleasures. Crown Distinction continues to chip away at the lead on the outside, and Crown Distinction starts to get to the leader, Wildcat Pleasures. Back third on the outside to One Night Anthony at the 16th pole. Crown Distinction is surging. Wildcat Pleasures is digging. Nip and tuck, photo finish. That's a bob of the noses, too close to call. Wildcat Pleasures or Crown Distinction in 124-2.
Number 9, Crown Distinction gets the close photo and scores for 3. Maria's Racing Stable, trained by Antonio Sano, ridden to victory today by Manuel Cruz. The 8th race, 7.5 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races, or 3-year-olds. Scratch the 2, Go-Go Romeo, the 3, Charlie the Boss, the 9, Racetrack Romance, the 11, Little Boss, the jockey on the 5 is Luca Panici, the weight, 116 pounds.
And they're up. Toward the inside, early entry begins the best, but quickly up the challenge. There goes Ricochet, and Ricochet puts ahead in front. Early entry taken in hand by Vergara Jr. to be second now, a length and a half in front of Happy to Be Here. Then it's Caminito to the inside. In tight a little bit is Determinate, running up on heels as they hit that first turn. To his outside is My Stormtrooper, and out the back early, the trailers are Giant Cat and Overton Square. They race around the first turn at a controlled early clip, and Caminito has now come on to take the lead. It's Caminito leading it by a length. From the outside, Happy to Be Here is second. Ricochet and Gabriel Saez third, with inside position still. Has a chance to move through if he wants. He's a length and a half in front of early entry. Getting out a bit early is Determinate. Now moving by him is Overton Square with My Stormtrooper, and Giant Cat is the trailer. The opening quarter went in 24-2. There's less than half a mile to go. Caminito has the lead by a half mile in 48-4. Heads into the far turn on top, but Ricochet still has inside position, and he'll take full use of it. Ricochet and Caminito quicken up. They're 2.5 lengths better than Determinate. Overton Square rides the inside in front of Happy to Be Here, then early entry. My Stormtrooper scrubbed along, and Giant Cat is last, but the match race is up top. Ricochet cuts the corner with a narrow lead. Right back at him. Caminito moves with the leader in second, 3.5 lengths back to Determinate. Then it's Overton Square. Inside the final furlong, Caminito back on terms. Ricochet kicks back at him toward the inside. Nip and tuck at the 16th pole. Ricochet's in front. Caminito on the outside. Ricochet, Caminito, Ricochet in front. Caminito second. Overton Square third in front of Determinate. Then Giant Cat in 130-1.
Number 6, Ricochet scores for owner Daniel Shea, trained by Jason Service, ridden to victory today by Gabriel Saez. We're going to take a short break and be back for the late Daily Double.
Sport of Kings, Florida's most unique venue, located at beautiful Gulfstream Park, has hosted elegant weddings, spectacular concerts, and the grandest of social events. Surrounded by lush gardens, pedestrian promenades, and inviting streetscapes in the signature style of Addison Meisner, Sport of Kings is the ideal venue for intimate gatherings or groups as large as 500. Our events coordinators and audio and visual production specialists can customize the room to any needs, while our chefs can create scrumptious menus. For information on holding your next event at Gulfstream Park's Sport of Kings, call our event specialists at 954-457-6186.
Welcome back. Our ninth race, a 7-furlong sprint. These are allowance optional claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. And we have one scratcher race. It's number 2, Good Time Had by All.
And they're up. Dad's Laugh hopped at the start and cost himself about 2, and out the back door early was Start Jumping, who was slowly away. Noble Prince is away the best and goes looking for the lead from Perchango, who comes away in good shape to be second. Dad's Laugh recovers. He's a joint second now and in between horses. That's Urban Cool as they run out of the chute. Defense Article also comes away in the top flight. So it's Noble Prince in front, 3 parts of a length from Dad's Laugh, who races in second. Defense Article is now third. Then it's Perchango with Little Daddy toward the inside and Russian Greek sandwiched between horses. It's a stretch of another 4 lengths to Urban Cool. He's a length better than General Shama, and 3 lengths to the trailer. The slow start has Start Jumping last of all and about with the lead. The lead on the outside is now Dad's Laugh trying to engage Noble Prince with Little Daddy racing along in third. A length back to the outside fourth is Defense Article. Then it's a stretch of another 2. Trying to improve now, Urban Cool with an inside journey under Marquez within 5 lengths of the lead. And they're at the top of the stretch. On the outside, Dad's Laugh from between them, Little Daddy. Noble Prince cuts the corner. 3 lengths back to Urban Cool. Down the outside in Defense Article with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Here's Little Daddy. Little Daddy takes over authoritatively and moves away by 3. Noble Prince trying to hold on to second. Down the outside, Perchango. Late run from last from Start Jumping, but they're coming to the finish. Stylish victory for Little Daddy and Paco Lopez. They're wrapped up by 5. Noble Prince second. Urban Cool third. And Start Jumping got up to be fourth in 1:23 and 2.
Number 1, Little Daddy cruises away in the stretch and wins it for owner Priscilla Vacareza, trained by Carlo Vacareza and ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. 10th race, 1 mile on the turf. These are maiden fillies, 3-year-olds and upward. 1 jockey change, and number 12, I presume, make the rider apprentice Eric Rodriguez.
And runners away. From the outside, Starship Scarlet gets the first call. Joining her is Southern and Sassy. These 2 cross over from their high post positions. They're 1-2. From the outside, Sweet Mary comes away in the top flight, and Cookie Exchange is tugging with Famous Sting toward the inside. Then it's Red Parasol, who's a length and a half better than Asta. To Asta's outside is I'm a Kitten's Joy, widest of all. It caught a little wide to the turn, as I presume. It's a stretch of another 2.5 lengths back toward the inside to Gatska. Gatska's a length better than an outside running Top Notch Blue. And Beep Beep Birdie, last of all, as they race into the backstretch. Opening quarter went in 23 and 1. Southern and Sassy is 45 to 1 and 3 parts in front. In the 2-path Cookie Exchange is their second. Sweet Mary is third. Starship Scarlet is well placed here under Gaffleone, racing fourth within 2 of the top, a length and a half in front of Famous Sting. Then to the outside, it's Red Parasol with Asta and I'm a Kitten's Joy next. They're about 5 lengths behind. They're 2.5 in front of I Presume. Then it's Top Notch Blue. Out of last is Beep Beep Birdie, and now the trailer is Gaiska. Kick to the far turn after a 47 4 half-mile time. The leader is still Southern and Sassy. Starship Scarlet begins to move up now. Here's Starship Scarlet up to challenge for the lead. She'll now take the lead. From the backfield, I'm a Kitten's Joy. Austin needs to get running, and Red Parasol swings wide for the drive. Still up for grabs here as they come off the top of the turn. Southern Scarlet and Sassy on the inside. Starship Scarlet takes it to her and takes the lead. She'll have to hold off an on-rushing Red Parasol, who's to the attack now. Starship Scarlet and Red Parasol, these 2 to decide it. Starship Scarlet driven out by Gaffleone. Red Parasol reaching, but not reaching quickly enough. Starship Scarlet. Starship Scarlet wins from Red Parasol second. Up third was Beep Beep Birdie. Oster was coming on alongside Famous Sting. There's a picture for fourth and to complete your high 5.
Number 9, Starship Scarlet wins the nightcap for Hinkle Farms, trained by Ed Coletti Sr., ridden to victory today by apprentice Tyler Gaffleone. In the pick 4, 404, 944.90. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, $12,115.26. 4 of 5, $66.90. In the Rainbow 6, numerous tickets, 6 of 6, $4,764.56. We will have a $50,000 jackpot guarantee going into Friday's card. And that wraps up Thursday's races. Remember, Friday right here at Gulfstream Park West, another 10 races. And on Saturday, it's the Sunshine Millions Preview Day with 7 stakes races. You got to be at Gulfstream Park West. Good night and good luck.